For the second part of this exercise, you're going to do the two-page spreads for each of the recipes. On the left-hand side, there should be a main photo with the title of the recipe, and on the right-hand side, you're going to have a variety of the process photos and also the ingredients and the instructions. Now, the design and style and layout for all of these, I'm going to leave it up to you. I do recommend using the colors from your main photo, and so when you see the examples that I'm giving you, each page has kind of a different colors, even within the text. But there's also some different placement of my text and also different placement of the photos, so each page shouldn't look exactly the same. It's very important that you keep the same size and style of your text, however, so definitely use your paragraph styles and define your paragraph and character styles as you're formatting each of the texts. The only thing that I'm looking for is that you set up some customized bullet points and also a drop cap for your instructions that indicates the number for each of the instructions. Everything should and can fit on your page. If you look at the exercise file that I'm giving you, remember I'm working on the chicken one, so if you have the soup, the same content should be different but still the same layout. I'm giving you a text file that has an introduction to the recipes. Remember, the recipe name is Chicken or Soup 5 Ways. Also, I'm giving you a folder that has each of the recipes inside of it, a variety of different pictures. You do not have to use all of these photos. Only pick and choose the ones that you feel best complement your layout. So you'll only see me use a few of them, even though I'm giving you a bunch. There is one main large photo. This is the photo that should be on the left side of your layout. And I'm also giving you the text file for the recipe. There's an introduction to the recipe, all of the ingredients, and then finally the instructions are all typed out. I'll go ahead and open up this one and we'll play around with the layout of this. Again, the only thing that I'm looking for your layout is that you have customized bullet points and also drop caps. So let me show you how to create those in your layout. I'll jump back into my layout design, and since I'm only showing you this, I'll use my type tool to click and drag and create a simple text box. And let's make some customized bullet points. I'll copy the instructions for my ingredients, just the ingredients, copy it, paste it in, and we'll zoom in so we can see this. Make our text box a little bit bigger. To add bullet points, highlight the text you want to be bullet pointed. I guess that's a word. With it highlighted, let's open our paragraph panel. Go to Window, down to Type and Tables, choose Paragraph. And within the paragraph options, we want to open up the bullets and numbering options. Again, we need to move some stuff out of the way, though I can't see it. But with this open, the type of list we're going to create is a bulleted list. And you can see some predefined bullets. If you turn on preview, you can see what the changes look like, although I have my paragraph thing out of the way. We'll see it later. I don't want you to use the basic bullet. Instead, I want you to use some other thing that can be an indication of a bullet point. I love using the double chevron or even the diamond. If you want to choose other characters, you can hit Add, and then pick and choose from other fonts. Things like the cross dagger or the double cross dagger. Sometimes, let's see if we can find another fun little font to use. This would be really cool. Have a little spade as that one. When we click Add and say OK, this will add it to our bullet character, and that's what we'll use for our bullet point. Finally, you can change your left and first line indent. I'm going to say OK for now. Let's move this out of the way so we can actually see it. So there's my little bullets. Let's open up our bullets and numbering again and play around with the spacing between there. If we give it a left indent, this will push our bullets over. And if we give it a first line indent, well, for this one this actually works out well. But if I've got multiple lines, I may need to play around with our left and first line indent. We'll say OK to that. Now, since these are applied to the paragraph, we can save this as a paragraph style. So under my paragraph styles, let's make a new one. We'll double click Uh-oh, looks like it's giving me a reminder for that. Double click on that. We'll call this custom bullets. We'll say OK. Now I can add the bullet points to my other things. Select them, choose custom bullets, and it automatically adds that as the bullet style that we need. The second thing that you need to format, it involves your ingredients. So I'll move this out of the way. Let's make a new text box for my ingredients. And we'll copy and paste those over. Excuse me, for my instructions. Highlight the instructions, copy, paste it into here. Now you can see when I pasted this, it already had a formatting, an invisible formatting character. Let me show you my hidden types to see what I'm looking like. Show hidden character. We'll zoom into this. You're familiar with setting a tab and doing an indent. Notice that the number 1 has a tab, and then there's this little cross character right here. This cross allows you to line up the body copy of your text right with that particular point. Now it's an invisible character, so if it's not there, I'll choose my type tool. For instance, if you pasted your copy and I deleted it away, notice now my paragraph will automatically flow to the bottom of this. So I remove that, and it's down to there. So if your instructions look something like this, I'll do it to paragraph 1. It starts off with the number 1. We want to hit a tab, and then do a command and the vertical slash. So this is the vertical slash that's just below the delete key. We'll add that one, and it automatically aligns. It's a great way of quickly formatting this. Now I can select my number that I have and look up at the very top at our options. This is our drop cap and the number of characters we want. Set the number of characters to 1 and set the drop to either be 2 or 3 lines deep. So when I do this, you can see it creates the number being larger. The size of it depends on how many lines tall you want it to be. I find 3 or 4 tends to be pretty good. With that done, we'll zoom back out. I can now save this as a paragraph style. So I'll select the paragraph. We'll make it a style. Again, call this one instruction drop cap. Then we can quickly apply this to other paragraphs, clicking once and applying it to here. The downside with doing the little cross thing is you need to do this for every character. So I'll need to do that for the number 2. Again, command, and there. We'll create it that way. And let's do it for number 6, instruction drop cap. From here I can highlight the individual character, give it a different font color, change up the formatting. Another thing that I like to do, in order to have a little bit more space between each of the characters or each of the instructions, I'm going to add some space after my instructions. If I click on the first paragraph, rather than increasing the leading, let's do space after, which is located right here. And this will add a little bit of space after that particular style. That's part of your paragraph style, so I probably should update my paragraph style to include that little bit of space as well. If I did just my leading, here's what would happen to this. It would increase everything and it would look way, way off. I don't want all of them. I just want some extra space after those. Again, check out my example. You can see the placement that I placed the introduction to the recipe, placement of my ingredients. Each page is slightly different, but you can also see how I placed my photographs in here as well. Keep everything nice and aligned. I also kept everything within my margins. And your overall style and design, flavor, I'll leave it up to you.